Good morning all. Let us start our session. Actually, in the previous class, we have completed the first quadrant chopper. And in this class and words, we are going to study how a second quadrant chopper or type B chopper is going to be existed and how it is going to be operated, and how can you say at which quadrant this drive is going to operate according to waveforms or characteristics or expressions or etc. First of all, observe the circuit diagram which is appears to you on your screen with the small elements present in the circuit. First one is our supply voltage Vs, and here is a capacitor. Our first limitation for this chopper circuits is initially the capacitor is fully charged with the help of our supply voltage. All of you please listen. Our capacitor is fully charged with the help of our supply voltage, and here the purpose of this diode is in order to protect the supply from high currents which are coming from the load. That means which avoid the short circuit currents. Initially, I am saying the purpose of each element. Then we will go for the working principle of working. So this diode is going to prevent high currents or short circuit currents from the load. And it is not thyristor, that is transistor. Here you have to use a chopper circuit. That means your circuit must be existed like this. That is, instead of a transistor, you have to draw like this. It is a chopper. That's why you have to represent this switch in a dotted rectangular box. Always listen. In our soft copy of the material, here they are using the transistor, but actually you have to use chopper. That means you have to replace the transistor with a chopper circuit. Chopper is nothing but a switch which is placed in a dotted rectangular box. And actually what is our motor means, for this chopper circuit you have to connect a motor, that is also a DC motor, and from this motor you are going to run a drive. So DC motor, RA and LA are the armature resistance and inductance. IA is armature current, and here VA is nothing but chopper output voltage, and that is we can also call it as armature voltage across the motor appearing. First of all, see the circuit and tell me when the supply is given, then chopper is going to be on state, are in right or not. For all the circuits that is in first quadrant chopper also, we simply know that with the help of the supply voltage, our chopper is going to be turned on. Now think it once, with respect of the supply voltage, is there any possibility to turn on the chopper circuit? Anyone from you? Please respond.
Polarities reverse అయినప్పుడు అవుతుంది మేడం.
That means exactly. That means with this polarities, that is upper plate is positive and down plate is negative, our chopper does not going to be turn on. Why? Because with this polarity, our diode behaves like a reverse bias condition. So with the help of supply voltage, you can't turn on the our chopper circuit. And now think it once, with the help of capacitor, can you turn on this chopper circuit? With the help of the capacitor, is there any possibility to turn on our chopper? That means actually when we are saying that the capacitor is completely charged with the help of supply voltage, that means the capacitor charging path must be like this. Is it right? Now itself tell me, is the charging path and discharging path of a capacitor are same or going to be reversed? Okay, listen. In order to turn on this chopper circuit, you have two methods. First one is, during charging condition, the capacitor polarities must be existing like this. Whenever the capacitor is going to be discharged, the polarities are going to be existed like this. So with the help of the discharging of the capacitor, you can turn on the chopper and the current flowing path must be like this. In this way, that means by using the capacitor, you can turn on the chopper. And listen, whenever the chopper is turned on, what about the output voltage? Is it going to be existed or not? Then what is the current flowing path? Because of the supply voltage, directly you are not going to turn on the chopper. But instead of that, by using the capacitor itself, we are going to turn on the chopper. Whenever this chopper is turned on, the current is moving in this direction only. And because of the elements LA, RA, E motor and back to chopper and back to LA. During this, that means in this path only the current is takes place. Whenever the chopper is in on state. Actually, itself now, so we are going with the second case. That is, whenever the chopper is in off condition. That means during this condition, what is the path taken by this armature current? That means when there is no chopper in working condition, in this condition, the current is going to be entering to the motor or going to be leaving from the motor. It is going to enter or going to leave. Okay, listen. Whenever the chopper is in off condition means our armature current is going to leave from the motor, and during the turn off condition of the chopper, the current is going to take the path like this. That means armature current, diode, supply voltage, back to motor and inductance. That means here already we have said that this device, that is the diode, is known as not a freewheeling diode, forward blocking diode. That means it will avoid the reverse current which is coming from the motor. Remember, it is a reverse current. Why? Because whenever our current is entering into the motor, you are going to treat it as positive. But whenever the chopper is in off condition, our current is leaving away from the motor. That's why we are calling it as the negative current. And this diode prevents the current which is coming from the load to the source. That is, it will avoid the short circuit current from the motor. So it is the basic principle of operation of a second quadrant chopper. And with respect to of torque and speed equations only, you are going to say in which quadrant it is going to operate. From the circuit itself, we can't say. Why? Because when chopper is in on condition, some output voltage is going to be existed. That is positive or negative. You have to calculate. With respect to of two parameters, either voltages or currents or speed and torque, you can say in which quadrant this drive is going to operate. So we'll go for one by one. Just I will avoid the annotations. Next one, we will go for the waveforms, and then we will go for the speed torque characteristics, and then we will go for the quadrant. That is, in which quadrant this drive is going to operate like this. So just listen. That means now itself we can say when chopper is turned on, at that condition the output voltage is existing or not. At the same time, when chopper is in off condition, the output voltage is existing or not. You have to know these 2 points. Then only you can draw the output waveforms. When chopper is turned on, what happens? The motor current is entering into the chopper path, and due to the supply voltage, there is no output voltage existing across the load. Why? Because due to the supply voltage, the chopper can't be turned on, and because of the supply voltage, there is no path for the current to take. That means when supply voltage is given, chopper is not going to be turned on, and there is no output voltage. And because of this capacitor, in this mode, the chopper is going to be turned on, and there is no output voltage. right? And when chopper is in off condition, the current is moving back from the load, that is current is moving away from the load and entering into the supply voltage, that means to the supply. That means the current is going to be negative, and during this condition you can get a output voltage. That means during turn on condition you are getting no voltage, and during turn off you are going to get some voltage. So according to this analogy, you are going to draw the output voltage and current parallelly. And in this chopper also, you are going to use current limit control strategy, similar to that of the first quadrant chopper. That means our current is going to be fluctuated in between the minimum and maximum values. And it is the time period. Just wait. It is the turn on time, 0 to T on. That means it is the turn on time, and T on to T means it is the turn off time. So when the chopper is in off state, there is no output voltage. And when chopper is in off state, you are getting some output voltage. And the magnitude, we can saw it as VA, that is armature voltage. Otherwise, you can represent this voltage as VS also. That means during turn off only, you are going to draw some pulse. It is regarding the output voltage. And listen the current values. It is the minimum value IA1, armature current limit 1, and armature current limit 2. In between these two levels, our armature current is going to fluctuate. So these are the output waveforms for the corresponding second quadrant drive. So just listen. The statements are given to you. During energy storage interval, that is when the time period is in between T on to 0, motor terminal voltage is 0. And during the interval T on to T, that is during turn off time, our motor terminal voltage is almost equal to the supply voltage, that is armature voltage VA, that is nothing but supply voltage. So you are going to derive the expressions for the armature voltage. So see this. That is the basic expression how you are going to get the output voltage. That means just okay. It is output voltage V naught. The basic formula for this output voltage is 1 by time period integral of T on to T. Actually, what is T on to T means? The initial time period limit is T on, and the maximum limit at which the output voltage is existing is capital T. And magnitude is, that is nothing but supply voltage. That means initially we are assuming all the power electronic devices which are discussing with respect to our subject is ideal cases. That means no losses are going to be appeared. That means output voltage magnitude is nothing but supply voltage with respect to dt. And listen here, we can't use d omega t. Why? Because it is a chopper circuit. That's why we have to provide the time period, that is dt. And supply voltage value is always a constant. So avoid this parameter with respect to derivative. So this term becomes Vs by T. Integral of dt is nothing but T. T with respect to limits T on to T. So provide the limits, you will get Vs by T into T minus T on. Move T out of the box. So you will get Vs into 1 minus T on by T. Already you know that duty cycle delta. Duty cycle is nothing but the ratio of on time with respect to total time period. So you can represent T on by T as delta. So V naught is equal to 1 minus delta into Vs. So with this expression, can you say it is a step down chopper or it behaves like a step up chopper? That means from this expression, anyone can say. Why? Because V naught is the output voltage value. You have to calculate. Vs is supply voltage. It is constant. Always Vs is constant. And in this equation, only one parameter is variable. That is duty cycle delta. And you know that the duty cycle values are going to be changed from 0 to 1. So the minimum value is 0 and the maximum value is 1. Initially provide the minimum value 0. So 1 minus 0 into Vs. So you will get the output voltage as Vs. provide the maximum value, that is delta as 1, 1 minus 1, 0. 0 into Vs, that means 0 into something is 0. That means at the minimum values of the duty cycle, you are getting the maximum voltage. And at maximum values of the duty cycle, you will get the minimum values of the supply voltage, that is 0. That means minimum is 0, maximum is supply voltage. So from this equation, you can simply say this chopper, that is second quadrant chopper, behaves like a step down chopper. Remember this carefully. They can ask how the that is second quadrant chopper behaves, like a step down or step up. For this, you have to answer. It behaves like a step down chopper. And next one, you have to derive the expressions for back EMF and torque. Already from the motors, we are very familiar with the basic equations. That is, back EMF EB is given by Km into omega m. And this is the fundamental formula we are getting from the motors. Whereas from the chopper circuit and our motor can write EB is equal to VA minus IARA. That means these are the two equations for the same parameter back EMF. So we can compare these two equations. Then it becomes Km into omega m is equal to VA minus IARA. So omega m is equal to, write the expression for omega m. That means move the term Km with respect to your right hand side. It will become VA by Km minus IARA by Km. So it is equation number 1. And second thing, the fundamental formula for the torque. Already you know that torque is directly proportional to the armature current IA. Avoid the directly proportionality. So you can write it as torque is equal to Km into Ia. Already you know that in this chopper circuit, the current is going to be reversed. So you can take it as minus of Ia. So torque is equal to Km into minus Ia. So you can write torque is equal to minus Km into Ia. So it as equation number 2. Why? Because you have to write the expression of speed with respect to of terms of torque. You can't derive a single equations for speed and torque like that. You have to derive the expression of speed in terms of torque, or torque expression in terms of speed. So the speed expression is existed in respect of VA and IA. So you have to replace IA with respect to torque. That means you can write IA as minus of T by Km. Just replace the term. Ia is equal to minus T by Km. Replace omega m is equal to VA by Km minus, what is T? Minus IARA by Km. Replace IA minus T by Km. Minus into minus becomes plus. And for this chopper, your output voltage VA expression already you have derived is 1 minus delta into Vs. So finally, you are getting the expression of speed of the motor is with respect to torque. Whenever you are observing the complete expression, it is occurring in terms of Vs, which is constant, Km, motor constant, it is also a constant, Ra is a fixed value, torque, it is going to be changed, and duty cycle delta. That means here up to now we are saying that there is two parameters. Torque is going to be not fixed for us, and delta, duty cycle, is going to be varied. First go for torque. Torque is equal to Km into Ia. Armature current is going to be fixed for the fixed speed and the supply voltage. Supply voltage is fixed means armature current is also going to be fixed, and internally we are not changing any parameter. So torque is also going to be fixed for us. So by changing the duty cycle delta value only, the speed expression is going to be changed. You have to provide different values for this duty cycle. That is 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.9 up to 1. Then you will know the values of the torque. That means how the speed is going to be related with respect to torque. Whenever the firing angle is going to be increased, whenever the duty cycle is going to be increased. So in this, that means during second and first quadrant, the major operation is going to be done in second quadrant. In this way, you are going to get the speed torque characteristics. And the major work is going to be done in second quadrant only. Whenever you will observe the carefully. And one thing you can ask, at which speeds this regenerative braking is going to be existed. For small speeds only, you can apply this regenerative braking. And with this, a single quadrant drive operation is completed. That is first quadrant drive or second quadrant drive. So with this, our second quadrant chopper is completed. Now we are moving for the next chopper. That is, actually we have three types of choppers are there. Single quadrant chopper, that is a single quadrant, that is first quadrant and second quadrant chopper. So single quadrant chopper is completed. Second one is two quadrants chopper. That means in this drives, our chopper is going to be operate in two quadrants, maybe one or two quadrants, that is first and second quadrants, otherwise first and fourth quadrants. That means any two quadrants our chopper is going to be operate. That is our second case. And third one is four quadrant chopper. That means our corresponding chopper is going to be operate in all four quadrants. So we are moving for the second type of chopper, that is two quadrant chopper. Two quadrant chopper means actually a first quadrant chopper is, it is going to be operate in motor mode. Just listen carefully. First quadrant chopper is going to be operate in motoring mode. Whereas second quadrant chopper is, that is just discussed here, is going to be operate in braking mode. That is, with respect to first quadrant, motoring control is going to be achieved. And with respect to second quadrant chopper, braking control is going to be achieved. Whereas by using this two quadrants chopper, you can control both motoring and braking modes. That means both motoring control and braking control is going to be achieved. And in this, there are two types of two quadrant choppers. First one is two quadrant type A chopper drive, and second one is two quadrant type B chopper drive. So first of all, we will discuss the first one, that is two quadrant type A chopper drive. Initially, just wait. Just see the circuit. That means we have to know, actually it is the exact circuit diagram for a chopper. Just observe the circuit. The chopper is represented with a dotted rectangular box, but instead of a transistor, you have to use a switch like this. You can't use a transistor. You have to use simply a switch. Up to now, we are using a single chopper. That's why there is no representation is going to be takes place. For this chopper, you have to represent CH. But in this drive, you are going to use two choppers. Chopper 1, that is CH1. Chopper 2, CH2. And supply voltage is going to be represented as Vs. And here your two diodes are connected. That is, it is the combination of controlled and uncontrolled devices. Listen carefully. This is a chopper is nothing but a control device. Chopper means you can use any control device, and in especially power electronics, we are not discussing about uncontrolled devices. They may be thyristor, it may be a MOSFET or IGBT or IGBT with diode. All are the controlled devices. And whereas we go with the diodes, these are the uncontrolled diodes. So two quadrant chopper uses the combination of controlled and uncontrolled devices. And with the help of this point, you are going to connect a DC motor. And in this DC motor, with respect of EB, the connection is given here, and the voltage is nothing but VA, that is nothing but output voltage of the corresponding chopper circuit. You have to analyze, first of all, when chopper 1 is going to be operated, is there any possibility of getting output voltage? You have to explain four cases here. What happens when chopper 1 is on? That is, output voltage is existing or not, or current is existing or not, like that. What happens when chopper 2 is on, and at which condition diode D1 is going to be operated, and at which condition diode D2 is going to be operated. First of all, I will going to explain one path. try to explain the second part for you. That is, initially I am saying that chopper 1 is going to be turned on. And listen one thing, here you have two choppers. That means total number is 2. At a time, these two choppers not going to be operate. Just one by one. That means for half of the time, chopper 1 is going to operate. When chopper 1 is in off state, then only the chopper 2 is comes into on state. And there is no possibility of working of two choppers at a time. So when chopper 1 is on, the current flowing path of the chopper is supply voltage, chopper, already chopper 2 is in off, chopper, our DC motor, back to supply voltage. This is the current flowing path of the chopper. And listen, in between the triggering of two chopper, there is a small duration of time which is used to conduct the diode. Just listen. I will say the chopper CH1 is going to coordinate with diode D1. Can you justify the statement? What I am saying, again I am repeating, the chopper 1 is going to collaborate with D1 as a combination of working. Similarly, chopper 2 is going to operate with the help of D2 as a combination. Already I have explained how the chopper 1 is going to operate. Can you say at which condition D1 is going to operate? And first of all, before going to that statement, just listen. Whenever this chopper 1 is in on state, what about this inductance working? It is going to absorb the energy or going to deliver the energy? It is the path already explained by me when chopper 1 is in on state. Is it right or not? All of you please respond. I have drawn the current flowing path when chopper 1 is on. During this path, the inductance will store the energy or deliver the energy.
Store, ma'am.
Right, exactly. And can you say, whenever this chopper is in on, why this chopper choose the motor path instead of this diode path?
Diode is in reverse open circuit condition.
Exactly, because of the supply polarities, the diode comes into reverse bias condition. That's why the current does not choose the path of the diode. Right, so one thing is clear. When chopper 1 is on, the inductance is going to absorb the energy. So next, when chopper 1 is in off condition, what's the work of inductance here? Inductance has to, what is that? Again, it is going to absorb the energy or going to deliver the energy. What is the basic property of the inductance?
Storing, madam.
So inductance is energy storage element. So whenever the charging is complete, that means whenever the absorption is completed, then it has to deliver the energy. So whenever the chopper 1 is in off state, means the inductance has to deliver the grasped energy. So just listen, whenever the inductance is deliver the energy, can you guess what is the path of this inductance delivering energy? Current flowing path when inductance is releasing the stored energy. I think so. Just think it once and tell me, is it right or not? That means inductance, diode, RA and back to LA. That means the inductance delivering current does not affect the supply voltage. Because of this purpose, you are going to connect a diode here. So in order to provide the current for the discharging of the inductance, a diode D1 is going to be connected here. And next, can you guess how this chopper 2 is going to be operated? And during this, the current flowing path. That means chopper 1 is already turned off here. What happens to chopper 2? That means, can you guess the current flowing path for the chopper 2? That means from your supply voltage, is there any path to turn on your chopper 2 directly? First of all, tell me that. For chopper 1, there is a direct path is there. That means by your supply voltage, you can easily turn on your chopper 1. For chopper 2, there is no direct path. That means by using the back EMF, EB, we have to turn on our chopper 2. And current flowing path is back EMF, chopper 2, RA and LA. With the help of back EMF only, there is a possibility to turn on our chopper 2. And similarly, when chopper 2 is in turn off condition, then diode D2 is comes into working mode. And in this mode, the current flowing path is, that is back EMF, LA, RA, D2, supply voltage and back to EB. That means from the inductance only you are going to turn on our diode D2. That means chopper 1 and D1 are going to be work together, and chopper 2 and D2 are going to be work together. Whenever you are observing carefully, chopper 1 is going to be operated, then the armature current is going to be entering with respect to motor. So you are getting a positive current. And whenever chopper 2 is going to be operated, what about the current? Current is positive or negative? Check it once. With respect to back EMF only, you are going to turn on your chopper. That means the current is taking the path of like this. So the current is leaving from the motor. You will get negative current. So one is motoring mode and second one is braking mode. That means whenever the current is negative, means in reverse direction, we are going to provide the braking for corresponding drive. When is current is positive, means you are providing motoring control for the corresponding drive. It is the basic difference between motoring and current and braking with respect to of currents. And just wait, I will avoid annotations and we will discuss about corresponding waveforms. That means it is also a chopper drive, and the basic thing you may remember, that is you are getting the output voltage is always DC, and there is a small changes in currents only. That may be a continuous current or discontinuous current. You are going to observe. And whenever for this chopper circuits, obviously we are using current limit control. That's why there is no possibility of getting discontinuous currents. Always you will get the continuous current, and which is fluctuating in between these two modes. So it is motoring mode, current is reversed, and always voltage is positive. That's why we are getting the two quadrant operation is first quadrant and second one. Listen, chopper 1 and D1 combination, and second one is chopper 2 and D2 combination. In the next class, I will go to explain the corresponding waveforms for this drive. Why? Because time is